Are jus ad bellum and jus in bello the same in IHL? Imagine a world where the rules of war are clear and separate. That's what international humanitarian law tries to do. It keeps conflicts fair and protects innocent people. But are the rules about starting a war the same as those about fighting once the war begins? The answer is no. They are two different parts of international law that focus on different issues. Jus ad bellum is Latin for right to war. It covers when and why a country can go to war. It sets the rules for whether a war is legal or illegal. Under modern international law, the main rule comes from the United Nations Charter. It says countries should not use force against each other unless they are defending themselves or have Security Council approval. So, jus ad bellum asks, is this war justified? It looks at the reasons behind going to war, like self-defense or stopping a serious threat. Jus in bello is Latin for law in war. It is also called international humanitarian law. It focuses on how wars are fought once they start. It makes sure that even in war, certain rules are followed. It protects civilians, wounded soldiers, and prisoners of war. The main sources of these rules are the Geneva Conventions of 1949 and their additional protocols. These rules say that all parties must tell the difference between soldiers and civilians, avoid unnecessary suffering, and treat prisoners humanely. A key point is that jus in bello operates independently from jus ad bellum. This means that even if a war is illegal under the rules for starting a war, the rules for fighting it still apply. For example, if a country attacks another without a good reason, it still must follow the rules of international humanitarian law. It cannot harm civilians or mistreat prisoners. Likewise, the country being attacked must also follow these rules in its response. This separation keeps protections in place during conflicts. It ensures that regardless of why a war happens, the rules for humane conduct are respected. For example, if one country invades another unjustly, the invaded country still must avoid targeting civilians or using excessive force. It also means that the rules of war are not just about legality but about humanity. In summary, jus ad bellum and jus in bello are two different but related parts of international law. Jus ad bellum is about whether going to war is lawful. Jus in bello is about how the war is fought and protecting those not fighting. This clear division helps ensure that even in war, some rules of decency and protection are always followed.